Good day, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Edwin. Today I'll be talking to you guys how economists can come, live, work here in Australia. My name is Edwin Madu. I provide information on migration to Australia. I'm not an immigration lawyer. Whatever information you get from this website or from this channel are verifiable information you can get from authentic Australian immigration website. So I act as a guide to bring to your doorstep necessary information that will guide you on your journey to coming to Australia to live and work. So today I'll be talking about how economists, people who are economists, how they can come here to live and work. So first of all, like every other healthcare, like every other profession that I've been talking about in this channel, you need to have a relevant degree. You must have studied economics in university. Um, the assessing body for you guys is vetassess. In the description section of this video, I have dropped a link that will lead you to vetassess website where you can see about the requirement, what you need to do as an economist. I think the first thing you need to have the relevant degree, which is a university degree. You also need to have a relevant work experience, at least 1 year experience in your field. If this sounds like you are the person or this sounds like something you can do, um, why don't you jump online and see if you can, embark on this process. You don't need English test at the stage of skills assessment. So all you need is your degree and you being able to prove to the assessing authority that you have relevant experience for 1 year at least in your field as an economist. So if you're able to prove this, so just jump to the website and start the process. At the end of the day, if you're successful with your skills assessment, the next thing you have to do is to sit for your English test. And when you have your English test, then you can go online and apply for what is called expression of interest. Like every other person, you need to express your interest. You need to tell them who you are, how old you are, where you obtain your university degree, your positive skills assessment. So you need to put in, or you need to factor in all these factors. At the end of the day, the computer will give you a score, and this score um, will be what you use to enter the pool. The minimum score for you to be invited for any skill nominated visa here in Australia is 65. So you try as much as possible to see how you can boost your score. You can do this by having a high score in your English test. Having a score of 65 in PTE will give you 10 points. If you have 79 across the band, we give you 20 points. For if you are going for IELTS, a point of 7, a score of 7 across the band gives you 10 points, and if you're able to get 8 across the band, that gives you 20 points. And there are other English tests that you can actually do depending on your occupation, but I think the general one that anyone can do, PTE and IELTS. And I don't know, for some reasons people here in Australia would prefer PTE because for me personally, I think it's very easy, and it is something you can achieve if you give in your very best. And the wait time from you sitting for the exam and receiving the outcome of your result is a snap of a finger. So you have to do skills assessment with vetassess. The descriptions, the link I have added in the description section of this video. And if you've gotten positive skills assessment, you need to sit for English test. And once you've passed your English test and you've gotten the required score, you want to jump online and apply for expression of interest. So you create EOI. So EOI gives you opportunity to apply for 189, 190, 491 visa as the case may be. So economists, you guys are in the skill occupation list in Australia. So what that means that your occupation, your experience is needed here. So if you have the relevant degree and you have also the relevant experience, at least 1 year experience in your field as an economist, then this video is for you. So try and see if and you are interested in moving to Australia, then give this a shot and see if that is going to work for you. Like I always say, this process is not something that is very quick. It takes time. It takes time for you to gather your credentials from your university, for you to apply for skills assessment. It also takes time for you to prepare for your English test, pass your English test. It takes time for you to be invited to apply for your visa, and then the duration again for you for your visa to be granted again. So it is something you need to be patient. So you don't have to be in a haste if you want to embark on this process. So you need to calm yourself down, calm your nerves, and then take your time and see how you can embark on the process. So if you're invited, you apply for your visa and you come here and work as an economist. Is that not amazing? I know some of you guys may not know, but that is why I'm here on this channel to bring to you this vital information to help you if you're interested. We keep talking about healthcare professionals. I know healthcare professionals are in the skill demand list, but other professionals too, other people in occupations that are also needed here as well. So it's not just doctors, pharmacists, and nurses. So you have other professionals who are needed here in Australia. So all you need to do is in the description section of this video, you see a link that will direct you to the skill occupation list. So you want to type in your occupation and see if it is in Australia's skill occupation list. Another thing you also want to double check is the visa you can apply, because there are various skill nominated visa that can bring you to Australia. There are also short-term visa that can also bring you here in Australia. So when you type in your occupation, you will see if it is in the skill occupation list. You'll also be able to access the list of visas you can apply if you're coming here to Australia. What that means, it gives you the opportunity to apply for 189 visa, which is federal sponsored visa. It gives you opportunity to apply for 19491 visa, which are state sponsored visa in Australia, and 482 visa, which is skill in demand visa, the one that is employer sponsored. So you want to double check this and see where you fall into, and start the process. And by the time you know it, you find yourself here in this beautiful country. So Australia is a good place, and it's really going to be good if you're able to do all of these things and you come here to work in your nominated, in your preferred occupation. Is that not interesting? So guys, if you're an economist, if you have a friend who is an economist, please do well to pass this video to them. Do well to go through this and see how you can digest it, and if it is something you can do, start the process as soon as possible. And we also have to mention here that immigration process in Australia and every other country in the world keep changing. So the rules keep changing day by day. So the good thing is, if it is favorable at this stage, is better, and you've done the visibility study, you see it is something you can embark on, I would advise you to start the process as soon as possible, because the more you wait, the more people get to know about the process, the more you have more people in the pool, and every country has the number of people they can invite at a particular financial year. I know so many persons are complaining that, oh, I've not been invited, we are qualified, but the truth of the matter is, you are waiting in a particular profession, so other people are waiting as well, and the country has a cap on the number of persons they have to invite in a particular financial year, and they have to do everything within their capacity to make sure they don't exceed it. So that is why maybe retail pharmacists, we have more invitation, let's say this financial year, and the next financial year you have less invitation coming for them. So that does not mean that pharmacists are not invited, but they try to prioritize to share the list or the number across the various occupations as the demands needs here in Australia. So I am not an immigration officer, but I know for sure that they want to make sure that things are being shared according to the needs here in Australia. So if you're not invited this year, just be patient enough. You could be invited next financial year. But all you need to do is just to make sure that you have everything set, so that when the pool is being opened, you'll be invited. So you don't want to be at the stage where you're not prepared and the invitation round is happening. So if you also create expression of interest, you're already in the pool. So you want also from time to time to check if your English test is still in date, if your skills assessment letter or outcome is still in there. So all these things you have to do so that you be ready at every point in time, so that when you are invited, you don't waste that invitation. You're able to utilize it and apply for your visa to come here in Australia. So thanks guys. I will see you in my next video. Until then, do have a nice day. Bye, Edwin.